Hello, and welcome to a challenge run of Pokemon Blue using only one Zubat in battle. Can this be done? Yes. Will I have the patience to do this? Well, I gave myself about a month, so let's find out. Here are the basic rules of this challenge. 1. I can only use Zubat in combat. 2. I will need HM friends, for those Pokemon can't be used in battle, as per Rule 1. No glitches, exploits, or codes. This is different from my Pokemon Week runs, where I can use codes for rare candies. No codes are allowed here. And 4. No items in battle, excluding Pokeballs to catch Pokemon for HM friends. And I can only use an Everstone as a held item in generations where held items exist. This is so I don't have to spam the B button to cancel evolutions. Remember to like and subscribe if you like the video, and comment if you feel so inclined. Let's jump into the challenge, shall we? Zubat's level up moves in Gen 1 are not amazing, and its TM move list isn't great either, but I'm not Ghost Walled, so I'm happy. Side note, if a Pokemon is Ghost Walled in a generation where it's required for you to battle a Ghost, I will not do that challenge because it is impossible. However, there are some moves in Gen 1 that later don't affect Ghosts that do in Gen 1, the primary one of those being Bide. I used a randomizer to change Bulbasaur into a Zubat, so I get to face off against Charizard at the end. A Pokemon my rival has rarely had in any Kanto playthroughs I've done, and I only replaced Bulbasaur, no other changes were made. I nicknamed Zubat Batmon. Get it? Because it's a bat monster and Batmon is like Batman, and you already got that joke? Oh. Well, let's move on. The first rival fight takes forever since I only have Leech Life, a move Charmander resists. I almost win because he used an ungodly amount of growls, but I end up losing. I grind a little bit on Route 1 on the way to get Oak's Parcel. I have to run from Pidgey because they resist my Bug-type move, and I'll just get shot down. I can take on around 2 Rattata before having to heal, so I can at least grind a little bit. After delivering the parcel, I get back to grinding. Then I remember that in Generation 1, Bug is super effective against Poison, and I go to Route 22 to fight some female Nidoran. Rattata spawn here as well, so I don't have to worry about running into the wrong Pokemon near as often. I grind here until I run out of Leech Life power points, heal at the center, rinse, and repeat. At level 8, I decide to try some Viridian Forest trainer fights. The first fight goes pretty well, but I have to go back and heal afterwards, and that's kind of how it ends up going with most of these fights. I decide to grind to level 15 of Viridian before trying the gym. I suspect I'll need Bite to win, and maybe if I get to Onix I can stall out Bide with Supersonic. Did anyone else know that this Jigglypuff actually sings the Jigglypuff song in-game? I never talked to it before, so I never noticed. At level 13, I remembered about the optional rival fight back on Route 22 where I was grinding earlier, and went there to battle AH. Both his Pokemon resist Leech Life, so this could go pretty bad. And I have terrible luck. Actually, I had pretty good luck with the Supersonic, given accuracies, but it just doesn't stick on Charmander long enough. I immediately retry without using Supersonic to see if I was wasting turns, but I still can't get through Charmander. Well, back to grinding. At level 15, I decide that if I can't beat AH in the optional rival battle, I have no chance in the gym. I attempt it again. I easily make it through Pidgey with my new Bite attack, which is normal type in Gen 1. And even though my accuracy is lowered and Charmander used Growl a lot, I end up taking him out. I expect I still have to grind for the gym since all of my moves are resisted. Well, I might as well try since Bite is much more powerful than Leech Life. The first attempt had terrible confusion luck on Geodude. I soft reset and try again. This time using Leech Life instead of Bite on Geodude, so I can stay somewhat healthy, and to have good luck with it hitting itself. Spamming Supersonic during Onix's Bide worked wonderfully, and I was able to get the Boulder Badge. While grinding in Mount Moon, I realized I needed to catch some Pokemon for Strength and Cut, and it'd be a good idea to grab a bird for Fly. Glad I remembered here rather than in Cerulean when I could go back for him. I also only had one Pokeball because they don't give you Pokeballs, so I had to go buy some. And here's the 3 HM friends I have so far. I only need one for Surf now. I can only use these guys for HMs, so you won't see them in battle. I decide to try for the Water Gym immediately. Since I'm speed tied with Staryu, it's super luck based on how much damage I take from it, so I just hop out and grind one more level so I outspeed it. When I go back, I can easily get through Staryu without taking damage, but Starmie crit me with Water Gun. I try again just to see if, without the crit, I might survive. I use Leech Life to keep my health decent on Staryu, and I barely beat Starmie, but another Water Gun would have ended me. I move on to Nugget Bridge because you can't actually leave Cerulean until you save Bill. Which, Bill is the trigger, not the gym, just some people don't know that. Rival time. Thanks to good luck with Confusion, and going first turn 1 with a speed tie, I never got attacked by Pidgeotto, and I crit Abra down with the Leech Life, which I was using because I couldn't fight back anyways, so that's nice. I only got tail whipped by Rattata, and then I one-shot it with a normal bite, so I wasted that Confuse Ray. I confused Charmander, but he never hits himself. That doesn't matter though, because I'm able to tank all of its attacks. Wow, I really thought Zubat was more frail than this. The next gym is the Electric Gym, so I'm gonna fight everyone I can before then, because I'm part flying. Wait a minute, why can't I join Team Rocket? Look, I have the tie and the mug. Let me in! I made my way back to the SS Anne after saving Bill from himself, and start battling every trainer. I'm battling everyone, once again, so I don't have to grind later. Also, you'll see I'm not using Wing Attack. That's because even with Stab, it's not stronger than Bite in Generation 1, unless it's super effective. It's rival time again. Pidgeotto hits me with Sand Attack, but goes down in 2 bites. Raticate goes down with a bite and a Leech Life. Dabra goes down in 2 Leech Lives, and only used Teleport. I thought it had other moves here, but I guess it just likes teleporting? Charmeleon is last and goes down in 2 bites. Well, let's go get the HM for cut. I rub the captain's back with the skills I got from doing a quick massage every day in Choir as part of our warm-up routine. Yes, I was in Choir. I decide to try the Electric Gym, and even though I'm not fully healed, I try Lieutenant Surge. Not being healed didn't matter anyways, because one shot from Raichu at any level of health at this point is gonna knock me all the way down. Getting 2 Raichu was pretty easy, but yeah, no, I did get knocked down by it. I'm gonna go train somewhere else. I beat every trainer on Route 11 to level up some, and then I go back and try the gym again. On the first try, I realized I should probably use Bite the whole time, because I one-shot Pikachu with a regular Bite, and should take 2 or 3 bites to take out Raichu. On the 3rd try, I critically Bite Voltorb to Oko, Bite Pikachu with a crit that doesn't matter, because a regular one takes it down, and tank 2 Thunderbolts from Raichu to get 3 bites and take out Raichu. I guess I don't need to skip this and come back later. Thank Arceus. I go through Diglett's cave to circle back around to Pewter, for no specific reason, and head to Cerulean to go east with Cut. I go into Rock Tunnel with Repels because I'm going in without Flash. I can make my way through it in the dark, but I don't want to deal with random encounters slowing me down. Also, encounters can make me forget where I am and make it harder for me to travel through the cave. Make my way to Celadon and, after grabbing the water to give to the thirsty guards, I go to the Grass Gym. I expect this gym to be fairly easy because I resist poison and that will resist grass. After wiping the floor with the gym trainers, I don't bother going to a center to heal and wipe the walls with Erica for good measure. Gotta keep things clean. Easy as expected. This gets us Mega Drain, which strangely Zubat can learn when it doesn't get to learn Absorb for a few more generations. I hold on to Mega Drain to see if it comes in handy later. Alright, here's the Giovanni fight. Oh yeah, I taught Double Edge over Bite. If the recoil is too much, I can go get the TM for Swift later, and I'm keeping Haze for the Poison Gym. Onyx is out first, so I confuse it, then use 3 double edges to take it down. Next is Rhyhorn. I confuse it and use 2 double edges to take it down. Only because it hurt itself in confusion. Kangaskhan comes out, and I take it down in 2 double edges, winning the fight. Double edge was really a good idea. Now that I beat Giovanni, I have the Silph Scope, and can go do Pokemon Tower and fight AH in this rival fight. I sweep through most of AH's team with Double Edge. I used Wing Attack on Kadabra so I don't get recoil for no reason on Monsieur Glass Cannon. That was a good choice, because I ended the battle on 7 HP. After doing the rest of the tower, I head to the Poison Gym. This shouldn't be too bad because Zubat can't be poisoned by poison moves, other than Twin Needle, but nobody in this gym uses Beedrill. Actually, almost no gym trainers in this gym use poison types. There are a lot of psychic types in this gym. It might have been because I was half health going in, but I got knocked down a couple times. That's why I didn't do Silph for the Psychic Gym before the Poison Gym. The Psychic moves decimate me. I try to beat the gym leader Koga a few times, but keep dying to self-destruct. I was using Haze to counter Smoke Screen and Minimize, but either I need to grind for a very long time, or use Double Team. I ended up using Double Team real quick, and with Max Evasion and the next self-destruct missing, I got the Soul Badge. And also the TM for Toxic, which could be useful later, so I store it in the PC. I decided to go to Blaine's Fire Gym before doing Silph in the Psychic Gym. I fight all of the gym trainers instead of answering the quiz questions, so I could just get more XP. And then move on to the gym leader. Since I have Double Team, I'm probably going to be setting it up a lot, like I do in this fight, against Growlithe, who ended up spamming Agility because it's a psychic attack, and I'm part poison. Gen 1 AI, folks! And then, because of Double Team, I make it through the rest of the gym challenge with Double Edge. You know, I got a really good set of double attacks here. To Silph, because I need to beat Silph in order to open up the Psychic Gym, and I need to beat the Psychic Gym in order to progress. I don't remember the warp tile layout here until I get to a certain point, so until then, I'm just going to clear out every room. Cut is with me because I taught it Dig, and that works in buildings in this generation. Also, you'll see me using items outside of battle. Friendly reminder, items outside of battle are allowed. In the Silph rival fight, I set up Double Team against Pidgeotto, but judging by how the rest of the battle went, I probably didn't need to. Between Wing Attack and Double Edge, I take out his whole team. Yet another Giovanni fight. I don't know if they have any rock-type moves, so if I'm going to set up Double Team on Kangaskhan, he sends out Nidorino, who I confuse, then take out with a couple of Wing Attacks. Like I said, I set up Double Team on Kangaskhan, and then I confuse it. I take it out with 2 Wing Attacks. Rhyhorn is next, so I confuse it, then Wing Attack it down. Taking out Rhyhorn takes a long time, because I don't want to use Double Edge and die to recoil. Next is Nidoqueen, who goes down to 2 double edges when you meet the battle. I don't think I saw any rock-type moves that entire time. I could be wrong though, I'm not looking at the video right now. Next is the Psychic Gym, finally. I'm sort of dreading this one and will be avoiding all of the gym trainers. And then I'm at the front of the gym and decide maybe I should try the dojo first. I know it doesn't matter at all, but I chose Hitmonchan and I named it Hillary Swain. You won't see this Pokemon at all because I'm not going to be using it. Not even for HM Strength. Finally to the Psychic Gym. You know, now that I think about it, if I outspeed everything, I'll probably be fine. And yep, I outsped everything and one-shot pretty much everything. That was not as bad as I was afraid, and it's definitely because I overleveled. But I also didn't want to grind right before the Elite Four, so, you know, grinding early is better. I'm on the road to Viridian City, and the last Giovanni fight. this time actually for a gym badge. I know Giovanni will use Oko moves like Horn Drill or Fissure, but they're extremely inaccurate, so I should be fine setting up Double Team on his right horn. I decided that if I use Double Edge, I'll end up knocking myself out, so I slowly use Wing Attack to whittle down the entire team. Very slowly, because there's no Kangaskhan anymore, there's a Rhydon. Penultimate rival fight time. We won't be seeing AH after this, unless I can defeat the Elite Four. I set up Double Team against Pidgeot after confusing it. Pidgeot spammed Agility because it's a Psychic move, and I'm part Poison. Gen 1 AI. Rhyhorn is next. I confuse it, then beat it down with Wing Attacks and one Double Edge for good measure. I Wing Attack Execute for an Oko. Gyarados is next, and I use a Double Edge and a Wing Attack to take it down because it survived with a Sliver. Alakazam goes down in 2 Wing Attacks. Last is Charizard, who goes down in 2 Double Edges and a Wing Attack, defeating my rival. As soon as I get an Indigo Plateau, I use the 6 rare candies I found along my journey to raise Zubat's level one last time before challenging the league. I know there's a whole bunch of rare candies that I missed, but I have 6. Here are Zubat's stats at level 72. I might end up replacing Confuse Ray with Toxic. We'll see what happens. First up is Lorelei. As always, she starts with Dugong. I confuse it and set up Double Team. I can safely do this because it spams Rest at first, a Psychic type move. Gen 1 AI. Actually, it does have Ice type attacks that are super effective, but for some reason it kept trying to spam Rest, so by the time it's using Ice type attacks, I'm all set up with Double Team and it can't hit me. I hit it with Double Edge, and then it rests again. I hit it with a second Double Edge, and a potion is used. I finish it off with a Wing Attack. Cloyster is next, and goes down in a Double Edge and 2 Wing Attacks. I confuse Slowbro, and then beat it down with 3 Wing Attacks. Jinx is out, so I confuse it. Goes down in 1 Wing Attack. I beat Lapras down with Wing Attacks, defeating Lorelei. I use potions to heal up, and move on. Next is Bruno, who I may end up replacing Confuse Ray with Toxic for. If I had remembered to bring it in with me, Jingle Bug! Hopefully I won't need it. Onix is first, and I immediately go for Double Team, because it has Rock Slide. Bruno used an X-Defend while I was setting up, annoying me by giving more defense to Onix, who already resists my moves. I confuse Onix and proceed to beat it down with Wing Attacks, which takes forever, because it keeps raising its defense. Toxic would have definitely been useful. The next 2 Mons, Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, take 1 Wing Attack each. I use Double Edges on the second Onix to take it down faster. Last is Machamp, who goes down with 3 Wing Attacks. Bruno is defeated. Agatha is next, so I use Ethers to restore Wing Attack and Double Team, as well as a few potions to heal up before challenging her. Since Wing Attack is the only move I have that can harm her ghosts, it's paramount that I have the power points for it. Gengar is first, so I confuse it and start some Double Teams. It keeps trying to Dream Eater me while I'm awake, and I take it down with some Wing Attacks. Next is Golbat, something Batmon will never be. I take it down with a Double Edge and a Wing Attack. I confuse Haunter, who happens to hit with a Hypnosis and a Nightshade. I take it down in 2 Wing Attacks after waking up. Arbok is next, and I take it down with a Wing Attack and a Double Edge. And the last Gengar goes down in 3 Wing Attacks. It tried to confuse me, but I am the Confusion Master, and did not hit myself. I heal up with potions and move on. On to Lance, the bird keeper, Lance the Dragon Trainer. This is the last Elite Four member between me and AH. Lance opens up with Gyarados. I confuse it and set up Double Teams. It missed a Hyper Beam before I started setting up, giving me a mini heart attack. And then it hits me with one while I was setting up. I survive it, and finish it off with Wing Attacks. The first Dragonair comes out, and it goes down to 2 Wing Attacks. It was spamming agility because of Gen 1 AI. Second Dragonair takes 3 wing attacks. Huh, it actually is more tanky than the first one. But it also just spammed agility. Aerodactyl is next, and it tries to confuse me when I confuse it. I start wing attacking it to take it down, but it hit with a bite and then got healed to full. And then it hits me with another bite. Taking me down? I soft reset and try again. I check my TMs, but find I don't have anything good with me, so I just go back into the battle. If I don't get hit by Hyper Beam, I think I'll win. I set up Double Team against Gyarados, but it gets me with Hyper Beam again. I take it down with wing attacks after a Hyper Potion gets used on it. Dragonairs go exactly the same way, they're still spamming agility. And this time I use Confuse Ray on Aerodactyl, and then double edge it down. I don't like the recoil, and it got healed up while I was using double edge. After which I started using wing attacks and confused it again. Eventually, aided by it hurting itself in its confusion, I take it down. Dragonite is last, and I use my last 2 double edges on it, and it raises its defense. A Hyper Potion heals it to full, and I have to confuse it and finish it off with wing attacks. Once again, Toxic would have been very useful. Eventually, it goes down. This guy is a powerful bird keeper. I suspect this was much harder than the rival fight will be. I use the last of my ethers and elixirs before heading in to battle my rival one last time. Here's my stats at level 74. With full evasion, this battle is easy. Too easy. I beat AH with full evasion from Double Team, technically winning the challenge, but I want to see if I can beat him without full evasion. I soft reset before the autosave. This time, I only use 3 Double Teams, which Pidgeot copies every single one of. Really? And it's hitting more often than me? Great. I eventually beat it down with wing attacks. Alakazam goes down in 3 wing attacks because it set up Reflect. And missed a Psychic, so I didn't get taken out. Rhydon is next, and I confuse it immediately. I spam wing attacks until it goes down, reapplying confusion whenever it snaps out of it, but it lowered my defense a lot. Exeggutor puts me to sleep, but I'm able to take it down with a couple wing attacks once I wake back up. Gyarados comes out, and I'm at 61 HP. I confuse it, then start to wing attack. I don't want to use Double Edge because my health is so low. Charizard is next, and I confuse it, then dodge a Fire Blast. I start hitting it with wing attacks, and it hits itself in confusion. I continue to use wing attacks, then double edge it when its health is relatively low, so it's out of potion range. Winning me the fight. I made it to the Hall of Fame with the Zubat without maxing out evasion. Roll credits. That was pretty fun. It was actually pretty interesting because I was over-leveled most of the game. I needed Double Edge to win, but I'm glad I went back and tried with only 3 uses of it. It seemed way too easy with 6. The hardest part of the game was in the beginning against Brock. Nothing about this run really surprised me other than I didn't end up needing Toxic to get through Bruno. It would have saved me a lot of wing attacks, but I ended up having enough PowerPoint restoration in the end. Okay, so the next challenge I'm going to try, which will hopefully be out in a month, is going to be in Gen 2. Can I beat Pokemon Crystal with only 1 Spinnerack? I have no idea. Same rules as this challenge, by the way. Oh yeah, I need to go fight Mewtwo before I've really finished this challenge. To Cerulean Cave. I'm only attempting this once, because it's probably going to be terrible. Here we go. And, yep, I lost. See, there's a Psychic later that crits. And to be honest, it didn't need to crit in order to take me down. I'm just surprised that it didn't use it on the first turn. But, as always, thanks for watching.